Did you know that some of the vitamins sitting on your kitchen counter, those pills you've trusted for years, could actually be harming your body instead of helping it? For seniors over 60, what once seemed like a simple way to stay healthy, swallowing a daily multivitamin, can quietly turn into a silent risk. Your body changes as you age, the liver processes nutrients more slowly, kidneys can't flush excess minerals as efficiently, and even your nerves and blood vessels become more fragile. That means vitamins that were once safe in your 40s or 50s can now accumulate, stress your organs, and even increase your risk of heart problems, nerve damage, or memory loss. At the same time, there are essential vitamins and nutrients that most seniors aren't getting enough of, and missing them can leave you feeling weaker, foggier, and more vulnerable to disease. In this video, we'll reveal the 4 vitamins you should never take after 60, and the 4 critical ones you must take daily to protect your heart, brain, bones, and overall longevity. By the end, you'll know exactly which supplements can safeguard your independence and which ones could quietly be putting your health at risk. This is the guide every senior in America needs to read before popping another pill. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 4 vitamins seniors should never take. 1. Vitamin A in retinol form. Many older adults in the United States still trust vitamin A as a classic supplement for the eyes, but few realize that the retinol form, the version found in many multivitamins, can quietly accumulate in the liver and become toxic with age. Doctors who work with patients over 60 consistently report the same pattern. The body's ability to process fat-soluble vitamins declines, while retinol continues to store itself silently, sometimes for years. What begins as a simple habit, 1 pill every morning, can slowly turn into a burden on the liver, nerves, and even the heart. Research from long-term geriatric studies shows that excess retinol may increase the risk of abnormal heart rhythms, dizziness, bone fragility, and chronic fatigue, symptoms often mistaken as part of getting older. Many seniors never suspect their daily vitamin as the cause. Dr. Harris, a cardiologist in Ohio with 35 years of experience, calls retinol toxicity in older adults the hidden danger no one looks for until it's too late. Imagine a retired teacher from Arizona, Mrs. Eleanor Marks, age 74. She took a multivitamin with high retinol levels for nearly a decade. She believed it was helping her vision, but instead she began experiencing dry skin, unusual tiredness, and sharp headaches. After several tests, her doctor discovered elevated liver enzymes. The culprit was not medication, not illness. It was the vitamin she trusted most. Once she stopped, her symptoms slowly improved, but she admitted she wished she had been warned earlier. For seniors, the safer choice is beta-carotene from foods like leafy greens and carrots, forms the body can regulate naturally without risking overdose. Retinol, on the other hand, offers no forgiveness when it builds up quietly year after year. And if this essential vitamin can turn harmful so easily, wait until you learn about the next supplement, one even more risky because most older adults take it without question. 2. Iron supplements. Among older adults in the United States, iron supplements remain one of the most misunderstood and overused vitamins. Many seniors continue taking iron simply because they used it years ago, believing it keeps their energy steady. But doctors specializing in geriatric medicine warn that once a person passes 60, the body's relationship with iron changes dramatically. After menopause and later adulthood, the body no longer loses iron naturally, which means every extra milligram from supplements has nowhere to go. It begins to store itself deep within the tissues, especially the liver, heart, and pancreas, slowly creating an environment ripe for silent damage. Experienced physicians describe this buildup as rusting from the inside, a slow and quiet process. Too much iron thickens the blood, stresses the heart, and interferes with brain function. Seniors often mistake the symptoms, persistent fatigue, memory slips, shortness of breath, or unexplained weakness, as signs of aging, when in reality, their iron levels may be dangerously high. Studies show that elevated iron can increase the risk of heart disease, arrhythmias, and cognitive decline. Yet most older adults never test for it unless a doctor specifically orders a ferritin or transferrin saturation panel. Take the case of Mr. Joseph Langley, a 72-year-old retired mechanic from Michigan. For years, he took an iron supplement just to stay strong, not realizing his levels had climbed far beyond the safe range. He experienced tightness in his chest, unusual irritability, and episodes of confusion. After a thorough evaluation, his doctor discovered iron overload, damaging his liver and straining his heart. When Mr. Langley stopped the supplement, the progression slowed, but some of the harm had already taken root. With a trembling voice, he told his daughter, "I thought I was helping myself." For seniors, iron should never be taken without medical necessity and proper testing. And if a simple vitamin can create such deep, hidden consequences, the next supplement on this list carries an even more unsettling truth because it affects not only your organs, but the very arteries that keep you alive. 3. Calcium supplements taken alone. For many older adults in America, calcium has long been viewed as a symbol of strong bones and independence. Countless seniors take a daily calcium pill believing it protects them from fractures or bone loss. But what most people over 60 don't realize is that calcium, when taken without the proper supporting nutrients, can become far more dangerous than helpful. Experienced cardiologists and geriatric doctors warn that isolated calcium supplements may travel through the bloodstream and settle in the wrong places, especially the arteries, turning what should have strengthened bones into deposits that harden the vessels of the heart. Scientific studies over the last decade show a troubling pattern. Large doses of calcium taken by itself may raise the risk of heart attacks, contribute to kidney stones, and trigger chronic constipation that many seniors simply accept as part of aging. But these symptoms often signal that the body cannot absorb the calcium correctly. Without vitamin D3, K2, and magnesium to guide the mineral into the bones, the excess circulates like tiny grains of sand, seeking any place to lodge. Over time, these deposits narrow arteries, stiffen joints, and put stress on the kidneys. Doctors describe it as a slow internal cementing process, silent, invisible, and often discovered only after real harm has begun. A clear example is Mrs. Linda Keaton, a 68-year-old grandmother from North Carolina. She took a high-dose calcium supplement for years because her mother had osteoporosis. She believed she was preventing the same fate. But instead of building bone, the calcium built up in her arteries. She began experiencing chest pressure, shortness of breath, and aching joints. Her cardiologist later confirmed mild calcification around the heart, likely from years of taking calcium without the nutrients needed to metabolize it correctly. When she learned the truth, she whispered, "I wish someone had told me sooner." If calcium alone can quietly harden the very arteries you depend on, then the next supplement on this list is even more alarming, because it targets something far more delicate: your nerves. 4. High dose vitamin B6. Among older adults across the United States, vitamin B6 is often viewed as a harmless energy booster, something many seniors take to stay sharp, keep their mood balanced, or maintain strength. But few realize that high dose B6, when taken daily over long periods, has been linked to nerve damage that can slowly rob a person of stability, sensation, and independence. Unlike other vitamins, B6 doesn't simply wash out of the body when taken in excess. According to neurologists who work closely with patients over 60, large doses can accumulate in the nerves themselves, disrupting their ability to send signals. The result feels terrifyingly similar to aging, but far more dangerous. Doctors often describe the early symptoms as subtle warnings: a tingling in the fingertips, burning in the feet, or a heaviness in the legs that appears without explanation. Most seniors assume they just slept wrong or stood too long, but over time, these sensations grow stronger. In severe cases, high dose B6 can cause loss of balance, difficulty walking, and weakened grip strength. Many older adults never suspect their vitamin bottle as the reason they are suddenly afraid to walk across the living room without holding on to the wall. Consider the experience of Mr. Harold Benton, a 70-year-old retired truck driver from Indiana. For nearly 5 years, he took a B complex supplement advertised to boost energy and keep nerves young. Gradually, Harold began feeling sharp pins and needles in his feet, followed by trembling in his legs. When he finally saw a specialist, nerve conduction tests showed significant neuropathy, not from diabetes or spinal issues, but from chronic B6 overload. The moment his doctor explained it, Harold stared at the bottle in his hand and whispered, "This thing was supposed to help me." For seniors, even moderate B6 intake must be approached with caution, and high doses should be avoided entirely unless closely supervised by a physician. But while some vitamins silently harm the body, others can rebuild strength, protect memory, and support longevity if taken wisely. And the 4 vitamins every senior should take daily may surprise you. 4 vitamins seniors should take daily. 1. Magnesium. For many older adults in the United States, magnesium is a mineral they rarely think about, yet it quietly supports hundreds of processes that keep the body stable: heartbeat, muscle strength, nerve function, sleep quality, even emotional balance. Doctors who specialize in geriatric care often point out that magnesium deficiency is one of the most common and most overlooked issues in people over 60. As we age, the kidneys release more magnesium than they should. The gut absorbs less than it used to, and many everyday medications, heart drugs, diuretics, acid reducers, drain the body even further. This leaves seniors running on an empty tank without realizing it. Experienced physicians describe low magnesium as a condition that whispers before it shouts. A senior may notice restless legs at night, muscles tightening for no reason, sudden heart fluttering, or difficulty staying asleep. Others feel anxiety creeping in, or a heaviness in the chest that comes and goes. These symptoms can easily be mistaken for heart problems, aging nerves, or stress, when in truth, the body is simply missing a mineral it desperately needs. Scientific reviews from major American health institutions show that magnesium supports normal blood pressure, steadies the heartbeat, protects bones, and helps prevent dangerous nighttime cramps that can lead to falls, one of the biggest risks for seniors. Take the experience of Mrs. Carol Whitmore, a 69-year-old from Colorado. After months of waking up with tight calves, daytime fatigue, and a pounding heartbeat that made her feel unsafe walking alone, she visited her cardiologist. Her tests showed no heart disease, only low magnesium caused by years of medications. Within weeks of taking magnesium glycinate, her sleep improved, her heartbeat steadied, and for the first time in months, she felt confident stepping outside without fear. She later told her doctor, "I didn't know something so small could give me my life back." And if magnesium can restore this much stability, just wait until you discover the next daily vitamin, one many seniors are missing, yet it has the power to strengthen bones, boost immunity, and even protect the mind. 2. Vitamin D3. For many older adults in the United States, vitamin D3 is something they assume they get naturally, simply by stepping outside. But as doctors who care for patients over 60 often explain, the aging body doesn't produce vitamin D the way it once did. After the age of 65, the skin becomes far less efficient at converting sunlight into this essential nutrient, and many seniors spend more time indoors for safety or comfort. The result is a quiet, widespread deficiency that affects the bones, muscles, immune system, and even emotional well being, even among those who believe they are getting enough. Geriatric specialists describe low vitamin D as one of the hidden drivers behind weak muscles, poor balance, and frequent respiratory infections. Studies from respected American medical institutions show that older adults with insufficient levels face a higher risk of falls, slower healing, increased inflammation, and even mild cognitive changes that can feel frightening when they first appear. Many seniors say they feel unsteady, foggy, or tired for no reason, not realizing their body is simply missing the nutrient responsible for stabilizing calcium, supporting nerves, and keeping the immune system alert. Consider Mr. Raymond Fletcher, a 73-year-old retired firefighter from Florida. Despite living in a sunny state, he began experiencing deep fatigue, aching legs, and a sadness he couldn't explain. His doctor ordered a simple blood test and found his vitamin D levels were far below the healthy range. Within 2 months of taking daily D3, his strength improved, his mood lifted, and his confidence while walking returned. He later admitted, "I thought the sun was enough. I had no idea my body couldn't use it the way it used to." Vitamin D3 is more than a supplement. It is a foundation for staying active, independent, and emotionally steady in later life. And if this one vitamin can create such a powerful shift, just wait until you hear about the next essential nutrient, one that protects your memory, your nerves, and even your energy. 3. Vitamin B12. For many older adults in America, vitamin B12 is one of the most essential nutrients they rarely notice slipping away. Doctors who work closely with seniors often explain that after age 60, the stomach produces far less acid, making it difficult for the body to absorb B12 from foods like meat, eggs, or dairy. Even seniors who eat well can become deficient without realizing it because the issue isn't diet, it's absorption. This quiet decline affects the brain, the nerves, and the blood, creating symptoms that many older adults mistake for aging, forgetfulness, weakness, dizziness, or tingling in the hands and feet. Geriatric specialists frequently warn that low B12 levels can mimic early dementia, causing memory lapses and confusion that frighten both seniors and their families. Studies from leading American medical centers show that untreated B12 deficiency can lead to nerve damage, anemia, balance problems, and mood changes, often long before it is diagnosed. Many older adults describe feeling not quite themselves, as if a fog has settled over their thinking or their energy has slowly drained away. Because B12 deficiency progresses gradually, people adapt to the changes and don't realize how far they've slipped until a doctor checks their levels. A powerful example is Mrs. Dorothy Hayes, a 76-year-old former librarian from Minnesota. She began forgetting small things, where she placed her keys, the name of a neighbor, whether she'd taken her morning pills. She felt embarrassed and scared, quietly wondering if she was losing her independence. When her daughter urged her to see a doctor, blood tests revealed extremely low B12. Her physician explained that years of reduced stomach acid had prevented her from absorbing enough through food. After several weeks of daily B12 supplements, Dorothy felt her clarity returning. She later said, with relief in her voice, "I thought my mind was slipping away. I didn't know it could be something this simple." Vitamin B12 is more than a nutrient. It's a lifeline for memory, balance, and confidence. And if protecting the brain is this important, then you absolutely need to hear about the final vitamin, one that shields the heart, supports the joints, and may even help extend your life. 4. Omega 3, EPA plus DHA. For many older adults in the United States, omega 3 isn't just a supplement. It is one of the few nutrients with decades of research showing powerful benefits for the heart, brain, joints, and even longevity. Yet countless seniors still go without it, believing their diet provides enough. Doctors who treat patients over 60 often explain that modern American eating habits simply don't supply adequate EPA and DHA, the two forms of omega 3 the body needs most. As we age, the heart becomes more sensitive, the joints less forgiving, and the brain more vulnerable to inflammation. Omega 3 helps protect all three, but the body cannot produce it on its own. Cardiologists frequently call omega 3 the oil that keeps the engine from overheating. Studies from respected U.S. medical institutions show that seniors with higher omega 3 levels have lower risks of irregular heartbeat, clogged arteries, and sudden cardiac events. Neurologists also note that EPA and DHA support memory, stabilize mood, and help maintain clear thinking in later years. Many older adults describe feeling calmer, steadier, and more mentally alert after consistent supplementation. And for those living with stiff joints or arthritis, omega 3 often provides a gentle sense of relief that makes daily movement less painful. One meaningful example is Mr. Alan Monroe, a 71-year-old retired postal worker from Oregon. After years of joint discomfort and occasional heart palpitations, he feared he was slowly losing the ability to stay active. His doctor recommended adding omega 3 to his daily routine. Within a few months, his morning walks became easier, his heartbeat steadier, and his mind clearer. He later shared, "It didn't fix everything, but it gave me back the parts of life I thought I'd already lost." His story echoes the experience of many seniors who discover how deeply this nutrient supports their independence. Omega 3 is more than a supplement, it is a shield, protecting the heart, soothing the joints, and preserving the sharpness of the mind. And if these four vitamins can strengthen the body in such meaningful ways, then understanding how they work together in your daily routine becomes the final, essential key to staying strong and independent. Strong, healthy, and independent. The Senior Vitamin Blueprint. As we age, every choice we make about our health either protects our independence or quietly erodes it. For seniors in the United States, the difference between feeling vibrant at 70 or struggling with fatigue, memory lapses, and joint pain often comes down to the nutrients we choose to take or avoid. The four vitamins to steer clear of: retinol-based vitamin A, iron, isolated calcium, and high-dose B6, can accumulate, inflame organs, stiffen arteries, and even damage nerves. They masquerade as helpful pills while silently increasing risks that many older adults assume are just part of getting older. On the other hand, the four vitamins every senior should take daily: magnesium, vitamin D3, vitamin B12, and omega 3 offer protection, strength, and resilience. Magnesium steadies the heart, muscles, and nerves. Vitamin D3 strengthens bones, immunity, and balance. B12 supports the brain, nerves, and energy levels. Omega 3 shields the heart, soothes stiff joints, and preserves mental clarity. Together, these nutrients create a foundation that allows seniors to remain independent, alert, and active well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. Real-life experiences show us the impact. Seniors like Mrs. Carol Whitmore, Mr. Raymond Fletcher, and Mr. Alan Monroe found renewed strength, balance, and confidence simply by making informed choices about supplementation. It's a reminder that aging does not have to mean decline. Smart nutrition can turn back the clock on vulnerability and give seniors the vitality they deserve. The truth is simple. Every pill, every meal, and every choice shapes your health. Know what to avoid, know what to embrace, and take control of the life you want. Because for seniors, thriving isn't optional. It's entirely possible. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.